Hi everyone, Linda Heldman here for Canadian Beats. I have with me on the phone today Brad Saunders. Welcome, Brad.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Linda.
Now, Brad, you have a new single that's currently out to radio called Play It by Beer. But
Yeah,
before we start talking about that, let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about you, your background, musical influences, anything you'd like to share with us.
I've been on the scene for the last 3 or 4 years now. This is my third single to radio, Play It by Beer. It went on my uh, home time. I'm a father, a husband. Um, yeah, just got back from a radio tour over in the east of Canada there, and so that went well. Yeah, that's about it right now.
Great, great. Now, you're originally from Gander, Newfoundland.
Originally from Gather, yes. Yeah.
So when did you make the move to Calgary?
Well, it's been quite a few years now. I go back quite a bit, but I was probably 11, 12 years old when I moved.
Ah, okay. Okay. So you did most of your growing up, so Calgary really does feel like home for you now.
Honestly, it's kind of funny that you say that because I was just talking when I was in my hometown a couple days ago, and even though I left so early, it still feels like home to me. I live out in Alberta now, but I don't know. There's just no place like Newfoundland. So to me, I always feel like it's still a huge part of me.
It's a wonderful culture out there, and I think anyone from the rest of Canada who has never been to the Maritimes really needs that experience because the people are just so warm and friendly and I would say very musically inclined too. There's a lot of good musicians that come from the East Coast.
Oh yeah, there's tons of them there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Again, just being back over the last couple of days, lots of music going on, and it was incredible. Actually, we went to a festival, Alexander Bay Days, and that was a great music festival. I mean, they had a couple thousand people show up in this small town, and yeah, I mean, it's always been musically driven. And, I think that's one of the best parts about Newfoundland.
Hmm. Hmm. I know other artists from there, Jason Benoit, Mallory Johnson. They have obviously nothing but good things to say about where they're from.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually just saw Jason the other day. Finally got to chat with him, and we've seen each other in passing and whatnot at CCMAs and other events. But I saw him. We were performing at one of the same venues there, and got to have a chat with him and get to know him a little bit. So that was
Hmm.
good.
I've actually run into Jason quite a bit this summer so far.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, he's been around quite a bit on his radio tour there.
Yes, yes, I did an interview with him back in June, and
Oh,
it was great catching up with him. So
yeah.
let's talk about "Play It by Beer." I love this song. It is such a great summer song.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, the incredible thing with my new single "Play It by Beer" is the response. I mean, I just couldn't be more fortunate right now to because the people, the fans and things like that, they know what they like and what they don't like, and it's always a little scary as an artist going into it with the unknown of how it's going to be received, and this single is just, I mean, the feedback has just been incredible. So. Yeah, we're feeling very fortunate that way.
Now, it's at radio now, and it will be available as of Friday everywhere.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So,
Goes out to digital release and streaming, Spotify, iTunes, and whatnot this Friday. Yeah.
awesome. That's great. So tell us a little bit about that song. Now, I read that you co-wrote that with Dan Swinimer and Jeff Johnson, who are both
That's
fantastic
right.
songwriters and musicians in their own right.
Yeah, I mean they're incredible. I've always enjoyed writing with Jeff Johnson and Dan. Um, it's "Play It by Beer" is one of those tunes for me that's always meant a lot. I mean it's a lighthearted song that's fun and upbeat and it's good for summer, but it's always had like a bit of an undertone with this kind of story about this young couple that kind of want to just up and take off where they've never been, and that's they go down the California coast and kind of fall in love, and it's kind of the premise of the song. And to me it's always been one of my favorite songs that I've ever written.
Good.
Yeah.
And this was also, it was recorded at OCL Studios, which is, I don't know many people who haven't recorded there that I talked to in the country music industry.
Yeah, a lot of people have recorded there. George Canyon, Nathan Thomas, a few others, but Spencer Cheyne and Justin Kudding have paired up, and they're quite a team. I mean, they've been putting together a lot of great stuff over the last couple of years, and more than that, they're just fantastic people to be around, and they really get the vision. They really invest, in the artists that they're working with. So I think it was a great match for me to get part of my album done there. Mm-hmm. Hopefully the other part of it. So. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that, as you talk about an album, there is an album in the works. Is there any talk of a release date, or is that still just sort of mingling?
Well, it's going to be a short album. I mean, the idea is that it'll be an EP of 5 or 6 songs. Mm-hmm. And at this point, we're just focusing on the next single to radio here and just try to keep the momentum building. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, the intention is to sort out a release date here in the near future for the album.
Great. Yeah. Great. Now we have to talk about Project Wild. This was a fantastic experience and opportunity for you as an artist. Tell me about what happened with all that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in the project from day one. I mean, it's one of those things where, it's designed to really help the careers of up-and-coming artists. And, for me, I couldn't be more thankful to have had the opportunity to be in the program and learn some of the stuff that I learned. And, I mean, through it all, it helped too to be able to have the money to further my career, and I've been able to do a lot of things that I otherwise couldn't have done right now. With the radio tour and things like that. And but it's an artist development program. There's a boot camp that you go away to in Princeton, BC, and you have to do a final report and live performance and all that kind of stuff. But what I've always really loved about that particular program is that it's not the typical one-off radio station kind of giveaway. It's you really got to work for it. And, I mean, I just think it's great for any artist that's looking to kind of move to the next level.
Great. Now, when I was doing my research, I also found out that you are very big on helping charity organizations. You've done a lot of work in the past with those. Tell us about some of those.
Yeah. So I've always just been a big believer that, as an artist, I've been kind of given an opportunity to be a voice and to use my music for the good and try to reach people with it. And I really believe that, it's as an artist, I think it's important. I mean, as a human, as a person, it's important to be able to give back and stuff. So yeah, we've been involved in numerous different charities. One of them, just a while back, we did Homeless for the Homeless, where we went homeless for 72 hours on the streets of Calgary. And just last year, we were able to fundraise $35,000 for Little Warriors, and lots of great opportunities there. So yeah, no, charity is very very close to me, and it's important. I feel that I can.
What was it like living homeless for 72 hours? So you really got to connect with other people who live on the streets and really feel what they were feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, the idea kind of, it feels good and it looks good and all that kind of stuff, but when you get down to the reality of it, it's it was very challenging for us to be out there because it was pretty cold, and I mean, it doesn't sink in until you're out there, and but we were able to use that time to try to be of service to people in Calgary, and so we went around and made sandwiches and helped out at the drop-in center, and at night we would just walk around and just chat with people and buy them a coffee or whatever it is that we felt they needed at the time, and I feel like that was kind of one of the most important elements of that particular charity is using the time to actually be productive and be of service any way we could.
Great.
So it's great.
Good for you for doing that. We need more people out there doing good deeds for other people, and I know our Canadian country community does a lot of work to support a lot of different organizations. So I love hearing these stories. Thank you so much.
Yeah, country music is all about that kind of stuff, and I think it's really important to give back whenever you can. Music is just meant to be used as a blessing to other people, and so if there's an opportunity for that, I think it's important to be able to do that.
Great. Now, you will be in Hamilton for the CCMAs?
I will be, yes.
Awesome. Well, we've got a whole month of August before we get there. What is your August going to be like before we see you at the CCMAs?
Yeah, well, it's been quite busy. Like I said, I just got back from radio tour on the east of Canada, and I'm back for a couple days now, and then I go out to Sunfest. We're performing there August 2nd, and then we come back. We're doing a songwriter round at Big Valley Jamboree. We're playing Country Thunder on the 19th, I believe, of August. And just a lot of moving around and playing and performing and stuff. So it's been good, but it just never seems to stop lately. We've just been going full tilt here. So
that's a good thing, though. That's what you want as an artist, is to be kept busy.
Oh yeah.
So, great.
No, it's definitely great to be busy.
Yes, great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, Brad. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's fantastic.
I look forward to seeing you in Hamilton.
Yes, so you're going to be there. Well, yes,
I will be there.
As well.
We can meet, have a beverage, and catch up on what you've been up to. Great.
Yes.
I don't know, that I always look at that as a bit of a downtime, but it's also a very busy time. But I love it.
Right.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
Always a fun time every year.
We've been speaking with Brad Saunders and talking about his new single, Play It by Beer. If you like it as much as we do, please request it at your local radio station, and it will be available on all streaming outlets August 3rd for purchase. Thank you so much for your time, Brad. Really appreciate speaking with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Linda.
Great. And we will see you in Hamilton in a few
weeks.
All right. Thanks so much. And I am Linda Helbin for Canadian Beats.